Yo, what is good, YouTube familia? How are we doing? How are you guys doing today? To all who is new to my channel, welcome in. I am Nebula and I love to share my experiences with you guys so that y'all can take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I also like to do intuitive readings on this channel as well. They are always collective. I usually give a certain zodiac sign or a rising, a sun sign, or a moon sign, and I always say to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because collective readings are always going out to multiple different people. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys would love to see more content like this as well, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you guys can get notified when I do drop videos. Always like and share as well if you feel like this was a good video and you feel like it could help somebody. I always do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and cleanse the space. I already got some incense burning back there, but I really do love the Palo Santo take. So we're gonna burn some Palo Santo. Also, I'm going to be investing into some singing bowls, and I want to start hosting sound baths for people as well. So that's going to be something that's coming from my channel as well. And oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys ever want one-on-one readings, I do have an intuitive Instagram. You can message me through there. I always check the requests as well. And we could talk about pricing and all of that fun stuff, because one-on-ones, they do cost money. Now, every new person, my new customers, for the first time that you guys have an interaction with me and want a reading, I do 3-card pulls for free. So it's just 3 cards that you will get. I will go over the cards with you and let you know what I'm feeling off of your energy. And that's only for the first time that you come around. But every time after that, you will have to pay money, and it's not too expensive, so don't worry. I'm not trying to break your buck, but I do believe that my intuitive abilities are worth money. I do. So that's that. I will go ahead and link my Instagram down in the description below as well for you guys. I really love my space on my YouTube because I always feel like I can really talk to you guys. I can really be myself and open up to you guys. And I don't really get deep into all that when I'm doing collective readings, but on my other videos, when I do share my experiences with you guys so that you guys can take the wisdom that does resonate, I do get pretty in depth with my life and who I am. So if you're wondering, you can go ahead and check the videos prior to this one, and even after this one, if you see it weeks from now or days from now even. Alrighty, so now that I got all of this beautiful Palo Santo burning in the air, it smells delicious, I'm gonna go ahead and set my intentions for today. Today I wanted to do a collective reading for the moon sign of Aries. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so the divine guidance for the moon sign of Aries. What is in store today? What is the divine guidance that is needed for the moon sign of Aries during this time? This video is timeless as well, so if you see it weeks from now, it's okay. If you are a moon sign in Aries and you came across this video, you are meant to see it. Oh, believe in the impossible. I have a feeling just from reading this card, ultimately, that even me, if I'm speaking off experience as well, is like when we are doing things and we're moving out of our comfort zone, sometimes it looks very impossible. But I'm here to tell you that it's only impossible if we feed our mind that before the process of actually doing it. Because before the process of actually doing it, if we don't speak life into ourselves, we're gonna go ahead and end up not doing it, and then it's not gonna be possible. So you have to really believe in the impossible, even if it seems it's impossible, which we are capable of a lot of beautiful things as beings, as we are. So I always tell all of my clients and viewers to speak life into yourself. And sometimes we need that constant reminder. Sometimes we aren't in the repetition and consistency of doing it all the time. And it can be hard because we aren't in that wave. We aren't in that movement of that process. And that's the only reason why it gets hard, really, is because we aren't consistent with it. So this is your reminder to stay consistent with speaking life into yourself. It's time to release negativity, baby. So if there has been anything very negative and malicious that has been sitting on your chest, because 9 times out of 10, when you're speaking from an open heart, you don't come from malicious ways. So it's something that's really just sitting on your chest and keeping your heart from being open. It must be released if you want to really cultivate a more better professional way of living when it comes to opening your heart and helping people and being the guide for people, whatever it may be for you. If it's something that has to do with love, let go of anything that's stopping that from flowing, the love. Because I know you don't want to sit there. I know you don't want to stay in that motion forever. And the only person that can change that is ultimately you. You can have people around you that really guide you, and you can have people that lift you up and support you, but ultimately that type of action has to be done with your own being. That inner work has to take place. And where it takes place is how you treat yourself. How have you been treating yourself? How have you been showing up for yourself? Alrighty. Surrender to the divine. You have these thoughts, right? And they are very divine thoughts. They are very magnificent thoughts. Thoughts that you feel like, yes, I should do this. Yes, this is me. This is how I should be. And surrendering to the divine is actually doing those things. And surrendering to the divine is not trying to control every little aspect of your life. Show up and do what you can. Do as well as you can, but don't try to force something that you know is not in your purpose. Balance spirituality and practicality. So this is like, this card is interesting because it's like, you know how spirituality is like, people talk about manifesting, right? And they think that they can, sometimes people think that they can manifest things out of thin air. I mean, sometimes people think that it's not their power that's working, when in reality, this card right here is reminding you that your power is within you. Your power is within you, and you basically taking your power back and acting with your own power instead of giving it away by saying the universe or God, or, you know, all these things do help, they do, but ultimately the power that we have is within us. We make decisions for ourselves. We hype ourselves up to make certain decisions. We speak life into ourselves. We make the actions that we need to take on a day-to-day basis to create the reality that we want. Of course, there is other spirits and angels and all these other things that help us, but it's basically balancing the help that we get from the spiritual realm and our own spirit and the actual practicality of what reality really is. And it's like, we could talk to God all day long, but is that going to get our bills paid? I mean, it's going to have some type of stability sense in our minds. It's going to give us some type of sense of stability, but really it's not like we're waiting for God to come down and make things happen for us. So basically, that's a reminder to call your power back to you. Of course, speak with your angels, speak with your past loved ones, give them offerings and speak to them, honor them, ask for their guidance and wisdom, but you must act off of that information that you get. Alrighty. Next up, we've got this beautiful deck right here. I call it my planet deck. Why, you ask? Well, it's got a planet. Oh my. Anyways, so for this collective reading for the moon of Aries, what can we learn today? What is the guidance that is needed for today? What is the guidance that is needed for today? What is the guidance that is needed for today? For the moon of Aries. For the moon of Aries, what is the guidance that is needed for today? Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. Alrighty, so even in those moments where you're feeling like when you're just not feeling your best, you know what I mean? And you want to just act out of hate, and you just want to treat everything around you bad because you're just feeling super bad and it's just not going great for you. When you're in those moments and you're in those feelings, remind yourself that this is just an emotion that I'm experiencing. It's going to pass and it is temporary. And then that right there is going to bring that peace back into your heart. Because you know, ultimately, like, this is something that is temporary. It's not going to stay here forever. So why am I going to worry about this emotion that I'm having when this emotion that I'm having is already here? You know what I mean? Like, what you focus on grows. So if you just keep on focusing on this emotion that's giving you that ache feeling, that terrible feeling, it's not going to go anywhere. You're actually going to prevent it from passing. So just be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. And when we are in these moments of, you know, not feeling the best, it's okay to have certain feelings. It's okay to, you know, feel some type of way. But what's not okay is treating yourself like you aren't worthy and treating others around you like they aren't worthy as well. Because we all have emotions, and even though we do, it's important to actually transmute that energy into higher frequencies by simply just talking about it. What's heavy on your chest? Our throat chakra is such a beautiful way of transmuting energy into higher frequencies. And I mean, even if you're not the type to talk about it, maybe write something and sing about it. Sing about it to yourself. Even if you're not that, like, if you're not that type to go and talk about it to somebody, and you're just like, I don't want it to weigh on them, write about it, sing about it, do what you gotta do, but make sure that energy is getting released from your body. And then you are coming up to a new path. There are changes coming in your reality, and things are new. Like, you're moving out of old states, you're moving out of old frequencies, you're changing things in your life. You know you need to make these changes because you don't want to keep repeating the same cycles every single day. So all is working out for you. Trust in your new path, all will work out for you. So during these times of change, it can get very, you know, scary a little bit. It can get a bit scary because it's like, oh, this is not familiar. I can't dig from experience for this, but that's the power of growing. That's the power of learning, is we don't know it anything much when we're young, right? But we still continue to walk, we still continue to crawl, we still continue to get up every single day. So that's the reminder for you right now, is all is going to work out for you. And don't stress too much. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best that you can. All right, no longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. So you, like I was saying, you were very aware that things needed to be, you were very aware that things needed to be changed in your reality. So you took it upon yourself to change some things up. This right here is stating that there was something that was holding power over you. It could have been a person. It could have been a materialistic thing. It could have been an idea. It could have been an addiction. It could have been something, and you know what it is. And with you moving into this new path, you will come about dissolving the attachments of the past with love. You will come to an understanding and an understanding and an overstanding that in order for you to be where you are right now, you had to go through that and then go through that detachment process as well, so that you know that you are connected to those things, but they are not attached to you. You have the power to say no. You have the power to say yes. The power lies within you. Alrighty. Now we're going to check the bottom of the deck. Here, be, feel, and receive abundance. All that you desire is achievable. Alrighty, so this is such a beautiful card. I don't really have to explain much about it, but oh, I guess I could. So when you are moving into this new way of being and feeling abundant and really speaking that life over yourself, you're able to create so many more beautiful things that probably 2 years ago, 1 year ago, even 6 months ago, you would have never thought was possible. So it's a beautiful thing as well. By the way, if she starts going crazy in like 7 minutes, that is way too long. In like 30 seconds, don't mind her. Okay? Okay. yes, all that you desire is achievable. So make sure to speak that life into yourself as well. Anything that you are desiring within this time is very achievable. You just have to put in that work. You have to really believe in your own process. The more that you do that as well, the more trust you will build with your own self. That relationship of trust is going to grow just like a little seed in a pot, okay? All right, the last deck here. Here's another surrender card that we have here for you guys. And this one right here is the Moth Spirit card. All right, so like I was saying previously, surrendering into your own process. This card really does pop up a lot during changes and times of growth, because not always are we ready to surrender to the divine flow of life. Sometimes when we get into these very big changes, we're trying to control every little thing and trying to make everything just go our way, because we haven't really been, we're not really feeling safe. We're not really feeling grounded. So with us doing that, we feel like we have some type of power, and we feel like it's working better for us when we do that. But in reality, if we just surrender to the divine, flow of life, surrendering to the now, there's so much more wisdom and so many more things that we can learn with that. And also, we're stressing ourselves out way less when we do that as well. It causes a lot less resistance. Alrighty, so next we have there is always enough. Alright, so we got the koi fish spirit in the building. Alright, so when we are going through these changes as well, sometimes we might feel like there's not enough, but ultimately that's when we really have to start speaking that life over ourselves and reminding ourselves that we live on a very abundant planet. And when sometimes we feel like there isn't enough, it's ultimately just from programming. So release that programming and move forward, baby. All right, you are never alone. We got the otter spirit right here. You really are never alone. If you are feeling alone or lonely during this time, just know that you have a whole spirit team working in your favor. You also have a lot of people probably that, your name crosses through their mind every now and again. Your face might even cross through their mind every now and again, and they're probably wishing you well. So you really are never alone. We are all very connected, so don't feel alone. It's okay. Even if we are alone in the physical realm, it's okay, because there's so much that we don't see on the physical or on the physical and spiritual realm together, because even though we're in this physical realm here, the spiritual realm is still part of the physical realm. And just because we aren't seeing other beings here on this physical realm with us doesn't mean that we don't have any beings around us. So you do have angels, you do have a spirit team, and your ancestors are always watching over you as well. That could also be a sign to go ahead and speak with them, send them offerings, really get back in touch with your spirituality. Yes, take a leap of faith. So we were already seeing here that you're outside of your comfort zone and you're already in a big change process. You're in a big change. So if there has been something that has been on your mind and you know that it's a little what sheep would call crazy, take that leap of faith and run with it. Know what's good for you with your own heart. Your heart knows better than anybody else, okay? Think on your feet. All right, so this is a card of action. This is a card to really start doing things on your feet. Even when things are feeling like you just don't have power over them. Like, not everything do we have power over, but what we do have power over is our own being. So when we actually start taking that action to think on our feet and really take things from the non-physical to the physical realm, that's when things start really, really getting exciting. And you start thriving through this as well. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go ahead and, oh, here's another one. Bring your ideas to life. And that is exactly what I was saying. Bring your ideas to life. What has been in your mind? What have you been really wanting to create? What have you been really wanting to work with during this time? This right here is a sign for you to go ahead, dive really deep within your whole being and really pull up to the surface what it is that you want to do on this timeline, in this planet. You know, like really start working with it. Start making those changes. Start doing what you got to do in order to eat the fruits of your garden, I would say. Alrighty. So overall, I want you to know that you're on the path that you're supposed to be on. You are coming up to a new path, and this new path is going to require a new you. This new path is going to require you to be out of your comfort zone. This new path is going to require you to be very kind to yourself and kind to the people around you. And this is also going to take, you know, a new approach on the way you view things, the way you move. A lot of new things are coming up for you, so speak with confidence, love yourself, and love the people around you. The more that you start developing and cultivating the love that's within your own heart, you will start to have more love for the people around you as well. So keep that in mind as well. For all my Aries moons out there, I hope this resonated with you, and I hope, let me know down in the comments below if this did resonate with you as well, and I hope that this helped. Like I said before, in all of my videos, don't forget to drink that lovely agua. Don't forget to take care of your precious temple and keep loving yourself. I will be back with more reads and more videos. Namaste.